Ways to start eating healthier. Ryan Fallon here, and when I talk about eating healthier, I mean eating healthier most of the time. I'm not talking about, where you have to eat healthy 100% of the time, because it's not good to deprive yourself of, some of the things you do like that may not be the greatest for you all the time. So just remember that as I go through this. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the ways that I talked about in the article, and I'm going to go through what my experience with those ways of eating healthier and getting started eating healthier were. When I first started to try to eat healthier, I decided to try to ease my way into it. And just do, kind of like one thing at a time. And I started off by substituting, I drank water instead of all the sugary drinks and sodas that I was having before. I just went to just drinking water. Now for me, that was real easy because I had done it before and had great success at it. I don't know why I ever quit and went back to all that crap, but I did. So I just went back and was just drinking water. So that part was easy. But then I started to focus on the other things. And, I started off by, instead of having, a bowl of sugar-loaded cereal in the morning, I was having a bowl of oatmeal and a banana instead. And then I was trying to eat, better at lunch. So I'd have, more like a grilled chicken salad or a tuna sandwich on whole wheat or something like that. Instead of always going through the drive-thru or fixing one of those box dinners, it takes 2 minutes in the microwave that's just loaded full of great stuff for you, let me tell you. But that's what I tried to do. I tried to ease my way into it and do it slowly. But here was the problem for me. When I felt hungry and I wanted a snack, or I was just too lazy to actually get up and cook myself something, which back then I was an extremely lazy person, so that happened quite often. I would, grab a bag of chips, grab some cookies, or I would pop in one of those microwave meals. And so the more that it was around, the more I just kept going back to that. And so eventually I was back to having that sugary cereal in the morning. I wasn't drinking water all the time. Just because that stuff was there still, and I hadn't completely gotten rid of it. So for me to ease my way into it, it just didn't work. I always wanted I just wanted to keep gravitating back to that bad food because it was there, because it was in the house, because I was still occasionally, eating it rather than the healthier food I was trying to get on. So for me, it didn't work. Now, I do want to stop real quick and say that for many, many people, this way is the way to do it, to ease their way into eating healthier. And that's just because it's too hard to give up everything that they've been eating for so long all at once. It's too much of a shock to their system, to their body, to their, mental state of mind, and I understand that. And so this is a fantastic way for a lot of people to do it, is just to ease your way into it and change one thing at a time. For me, who I am, the way I work, it just didn't work for me, and there are some people like me out there. So I just want to throw that in real quick. So for me, I had to dive right in. And now before I actually dove right in, I knew that if I was going to go all in and do it, I wanted to do it the right way. So I started to do some research and look up some stuff because I wanted something to really help me get through the cravings and do it right the first time. And what I kept coming across was Shakeology. And so I finally decided that, okay, I was going to order Shakeology, and that's what I was going to do. And the reason I decided on it was because there was testimonial after testimonial online from all sorts of people that they were drinking it every day, so they were craving the bad food less, they were losing the weight they wanted to, and they were seeing their results faster by incorporating it into their daily meals, and using it as a meal replacement. So that's why I decided to go ahead and order it and try it to really jumpstart myself, since I was going to dive right in. So I ordered it. I got rid of all the temptations that were in the house, like the cookies, the chips, the junk food, whatever was there that was not there for me, that I shouldn't be eating, that was the unhealthy food, I got rid of, I threw away. So there was absolutely nothing in the house that could tempt me here, where I was going to be most of the time. And so I filled it with healthier options like nuts and fruits and vegetables, and all sorts of different foods that people recommended having in your house, so that just made it easier to eat healthy. So with all of that and with drinking Shakeology every day, I was able to stick with it. And as time went on, I had less cravings for all that crap food. So I was drinking the Shakeology every day. I was eating as healthy as I could most of the time. Occasionally I would have something I wanted to have that wasn't, necessarily healthy. But that was just to, almost like reward myself. I don't want to really use that. I don't like to use food as a reward. But, I didn't want to deprive myself completely. So I did eat that other stuff once in a while. But 95% of the time I was eating healthy. And so I was seeing great results. In weight loss, increased energy. I felt fantastic, and I kept feeling better and better the more and more time went on. And I saw results way faster than when I was just trying to just exercise and not worry about the nutrition aspect. Or even when I was eating okay and exercising, I was still seeing results, but not as fast as I was now with having the Shakeology, eating right, and exercising combined together. So, like I said, for me, I had to dive right in and just get rid of all of it all at once. It was the only way that I was going to be able to really turn myself around and start eating better, so that I could get to where I wanted to be fitness-wise. So now I eat healthy almost all the time. I'd probably say 95% of the time I'm eating something healthy. And now, like I said, I do let myself have some of the other stuff now and then because I don't want to completely deprive myself. It is good to have that once in a while, just not very often. And I got to tell you what, I enjoy and really like the taste of all the healthy food that I'm eating. I just had to learn to combine what food with what food, or what spices with what food, to really make my food enjoyable. And so now I actually enjoy it more than I did before when I was eating all that other crap, and it all tasted almost the same because it was just loaded with salt and sugar and fat. And so I feel like I have more of a variety in my food now. So I've completely done a 180 in 1 year's time. So there's my experience with the couple of ways that I gave you in the written article. Like I said, one way really didn't work for me, but it works for a lot of other people. The diving right in is what I had to do for myself, in addition with the Shakeology. So, I hope that gave you some ideas of where you might want to begin or start your journey of eating healthier. Just remember that, I really do highly recommend. And so you can add my name to the testimonial list that you'll find out there on the internet, of people that really highly recommend Shakeology. And it's because that it worked for me, okay? And it worked fantastic for me. And I've seen it work well with my wife as well. So whatever option you decide to do, I really, really highly recommend you just give it a shot and try it and see what you think. So, like I said before, I really hope this helped you. If it did, please comment and let me know. And if you have any other questions about it, or you're just not sure of something, comment, let me know as well. I would be glad to answer those questions and help you out. So, until next time, adios.